Hey guys, John here, and this is the newest installment of my video blog. And for my video blog today, I want to talk about something that's just come up again recently. I want to talk about what is the lamest argument anybody can use when engaging in a film debate. Now, film debate is one of the most fun things we can do. It's not a frustrating thing, it's a fun thing. I love having debate with people who have different opinions on movies than I do because, at the end of the day, all film is subjective. It's all art. We all engage it differently. But debating about why you love it and why I don't or whatever, that's one of the most fun things we can do as film fans. But sometimes in debate, people employ really, really lame arguments that are just pathetic. And if you are one of the people that do these, I implore you to stop. Never do this again. This thing I'm about to talk about. Never do this again. Please. And I'm going to admit right up front that this is something I have done in the past, and I'm ashamed of it. I have done this in the past, and the chances are you have done this in the past too. So here's the lamest thing you can ever do. You're in a debate with somebody, and they're talking about why they love a certain movie, and you're talking about why you dislike it. And then they make a point about the movie, and then you say to them, well, whatever, you liked Phantom Menace, so you don't know what you're talking about. That is the lame. I'm not saying that the Phantom Menace is the lamest argument you can make, but what I'm saying is I hate it. It drives me nuts, especially when we're talking about online film writers, like guys who run film blogs, debating somebody who doesn't run an online film blog or doesn't write about movies, quote unquote, professionally or as a serious hobby. The practice of bringing up a random movie from the past that person liked or didn't like, as the case may be, as if that somehow proves that they don't know what they're talking about in general. And here's why that argument is completely lame. First of all, it's completely spineless, a completely spineless argument, because that guy who writes a film blog or whatever, and this has happened to me. I not only have done this ashamedly, but it's happened to me as well. That guy you're debating that writes a film blog or writes for a significant film website or whatever, that guy has all of his opinions on hundreds, maybe thousands of movies online for everybody to peruse and read and historically go back on and read. You, unless you're a film blogger as well, you don't have that out there. So it's completely gutless and spineless for you to go after somebody's past thing that's on record for everybody to see when your past opinions on thousands of movies isn't there for public record. So that is completely a gutless thing to do. But it's also a pointless thing to do. Because since all film is subjective, what does that guy's appreciation for The Phantom Menace, a movie which the biggest disappointment of my cinematic watching, life. But what does that guy liking Phantom Menace have to do with the fact that you're debating, Tron? What does that have to do about anything? Because look, let's face it. You've probably seen hundreds of film in your lifetime, maybe thousands of film. And guess what? We all have our guilty pleasures. If your movie watching history was on record for everybody to see, I have no doubt there'd be at least 10 films on there that are universally hated that you liked. But that's the same for all of us. We all have films that we have a real appreciation for that nobody else does. That's just the way film is because it's all subjective. And just because you may have liked Meet the Spartans, which I don't know why you would have, but just because you did, that in no way has any bearing on whether your opinion about Inception is valid or not. Look, I have guilty pleasure movies. I love Armageddon. There, I said it. I love Armageddon. And I know most people don't, and I know it's universally hated, and I understand why people hate it and all that kind of crap, but me, I liked it. But that in no way affects my opinion of Inception. That in no way affects my opinion of The King's Speech. And I was just reading a tweet conversation going on between a couple of people. And one guy's a film blogger and liked a certain movie, and what did the other person pull out of the bag? Well, you liked X movie from 1994, so therefore you don't know what you're talking about. It's lame. And all you're doing is proving that you don't have enough brain power in your head to formulate an actual argument about the actual movie you're debating. You're an idiot if you employ that. Like I said, I'm guilty of it myself. I've done it in the past and I'm ashamed of it. Hopefully I will never do it again. Hopefully you will never do it again. Anyway, that's my installment of this video blog. Leave a comment.